Welcome to the Market Bull. I'm Sarah Powell, and joining me is CEO Sean Wade from POW Metal Resources. Sean, thank you for your time. It's been a busy week of news, lots of positive things to talk about. Can we kick off with the Rick Rule announcement? Very exciting. Perhaps tell us about the nature of the deal and why it's so significant for the company.
Absolutely, thanks Sarah, and thanks very much for having me on. Look, yes, it's a really exciting development for us. Mr. Rule has decided to invest in POW Metal through his own vehicle, but also encouraging his investment followers to do the same. And that has also allowed us to speak to some of our existing shareholders here in the UK and also some new shareholders to bring in total over £2.7 million for the company, which, you know, a capital raises are always very helpful when we have exploration plans and so on, and it's come at a very helpful time for us. So in terms of the nature of the deal, I mean, Rick, like all our investors, is very keen to see his investment go into the ground, and that's absolutely what we're focused on doing. So our priority for exploration at the moment is in our uranium licenses in the Athabasca Basin, in and around the Athabasca Basin in Canada, and we're finalising our programme and our budget for this year, and we can't wait to get started. There's a fantastic opportunity there, and we hope to be able to update shareholders with some really positive news going forward. So basically what this allows us to do is to really kickstart our exploration there, and really move on to our next exciting major project.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations on that deal and good luck making progress. Next, of course, we must look at the huge success for Gold and Metal Resources. You must be delighted with this news, especially given the current challenging market conditions.
No, absolutely. I mean, look, we're all extremely pleased, and as I've said, I think absolutely thrilled to bits for Oliver, because he's a fantastic CEO. He's a highly qualified geologist. I mean, we know that already. He's added enormous value to us at POW Metal, and taking those skills to gold metal is from my mind, there's absolutely no doubt that he's going to add a serious amount of value to his shareholders. So it's fantastic for him and his team to get that over the line. I know they've worked incredibly hard, and it was really great to go to the London Stock Exchange to open the market the other morning. It was a really great validation of what we're doing and what Oliver has achieved. So we're all really looking forward to seeing the success there. And for us, I mean, for POW, as everybody knows, the business model for us is to develop early stage assets and then to crystallize that value, whether that's through IPOs, as in the case of GMR, or in strategic joint ventures, which is what we're hoping to achieve with Malopo Farms, or outright disposal of interest. So this is absolutely validates what we're trying to do, and I'm certain that when Oliver gets cracking and his share price reflects their opportunity, then we're going to see that feed straight across to our valuation on our balance sheet.
Thank you, Sean. Finally, before we go, as is typical with Power, there's always lots going on. Is there anything else that we can be looking out for across the portfolio?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, look, as I mentioned, we've got some exciting news upcoming in the uranium space. We've also brought in a new non-executive director, Bill Brody-Good, who's joined us last week. And Bill people will know him as the former CEO of Alien Metals, but prior to that, he's had a 30+ year career, in geology really around the world with SRK and others. So highly experienced technical skills, and obviously extremely helpful for us as we're going. At this point in our life cycle as a business, it's vital that we strengthen those technical skills. So that's great, and we strongly welcome him on board. We've had some good news from our new Ballarat Gold asset in terms of the drill results there, which we reported last week. We've had the Malopo results, I think, which everybody's seen. We've also had some very, very successful investor marketing this week. I've been at the one-to-one conference and had a great many meetings with investors, potential strategic partners, capital advisors, etc. So lots going on that front. And I know that shareholders are very interested to hear what's going on at Tati. I mean, I said I think a couple of months ago, that our priorities, when I started, were to get GMR done. We've done that. To get the Malopo results out, we've done that. And drill results from Baringa are also out. Tati is the next one which we want to report on. And I know people are very keen to hear on that, and I can assure them that we are working very hard on that, and we'll report to the market as soon as we can on the progress we're making. So, it's a very important asset for us, and it's a very core part of the story, and we're looking forward to be able to give some good news there. So all of those things together, corporate activity, exploration activity, new personnel, capital coming into the business, and I think we've all got our fingers crossed that we're getting to a point where there's real value being recognised in the mining sector in general, and I think us in particular through Rick Rule. I think the conditions are looking very good. So very optimistic that we can start really delivering good returns to shareholders and really paying back the confidence that's been placed in us. And I know certainly people have had a tough time holding the shares over the last couple of years. We really appreciate that. Very conscious that we need to deliver, and we're very focused on doing that.
Thank you. It's so good to hear such positive and encouraging news, and we appreciate your updating us. We'll look forward to hearing more, hopefully soon, Sean.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Sarah. Thanks for having me.